M0 FXB Hamtech, welcome to my channel. Let's take a look at the SDS200 scanner and the Sentinel software. Remember that the SDS100 and even the 3600 436 is going to be virtually the same process. First thing you want to do is download the software. So go to this link here. I'll put the link in the description. Download your software. Now if you've got the 3600, there's a different link, but this is the one that generally that we use. Download it and run it, and you'll end up with a little green symbol that you can see at the bottom here. It's tiny, with the words BCD, is it 536? Have a look here. BCD 36HP mine says, and you can see the latest one added the waterfall. So we're going to click it. Now to get yourself so that you're able to read your scanner, it needs to be in sort of SD card mode, I call it. So on the front of your scanner, plug in your micro USB. You can use Ethernet, but in this video we're just using micro USB, and then plug the other end into your PC, and it's going to come up with a black screen and with the E on it, and then quickly press the E button. Once you press the E button, you are effectively in SD card mode. Now if you press the .no button, then you're going to provide a serial port for the sort of Windows type PC viewing software, and this will appear on your, this is basically your file explorer showing the USB drive E has now got your SD card. So it's like a giant your scanner has become a giant SD card basically, and it will stay like this until you unplug the cable and tell it to go back to normal mode by pressing the dot and the no, which is underneath the 7. So first thing we'll do is go to scanner, cross over to tools here, and we'll go down to target model, and we're going to select SDS200, which is fine. Then we're going to go to read from scanner. Okay, so at the top here it says read from scanner. It does take a while. Now if you've connected successfully your scanner, it will instantly find the E drive on that's connected to your PC. Click OK, and it's going to say to you reading from the SDS200. Just click yes, and a profile, say if different people have created different profiles or different groups of channels and frequencies, you could use one of their profiles. They could send you a profile, but mine's just called Dad typically, or you could create a brand new profile. We could do that now if you want. Just call it Hamtech. It's the same thing. You're going to read and put it into this place called Hamtech. Click OK, and then I just skip all this. So tick the box and click skip, and it's going to read everything. Okay, so we've now read everything that's on our scanner. And you can see all this down on the left are my favorites. What are favorites? They are groups of channels. So for example, if I go to one here that's called ham, and then there's some of the channels that are in the ham. And if you go down to the lower category, that's the department. So you have the system name. Then within that you have the department, and within the department you have all your channels and frequencies, which hopefully have been tagged. So that's the thing to remember. Like when you look at your SDS 200, remember that the flat line on the bottom left is system, department, channels. Just remember that, and the same goes for all of the SDS 200, 100, 436, and in my case the 3600. It's the same sort of system that they did that system. I think it helps, well, it enables the trunk sort of system, which has multiple talk groups E2C, but I've never ever used that. So right, let's just do what I would do. So I like to bring in channels from Radio Reference UK. You'll be using Radio Reference USA. You can actually log in and download channels directly from that within your software, which is cool, I think. But anyway, we're just going to look at the edit profile first. So remember our profile is called Hamtech, and you can see the name right at the top left there. It says Hamtech. It's quite light, but it's there, Hamtech. So it's a new profile, but it's still got all our channels that are on our scanner. So if we go File, let's have a look at File, across to Edit, and then we're going to go to Edit Profile. And this is like almost like the settings of our scanner. And there's a big selection here of settings. Let's get it a bit bigger. See if we can get it a bit bigger there. And we'll just look at it as we learn. So the first one is the scan selection. Okay, that's all our favorite systems. Discovery, that's when you set a discovery and it saves frequencies. We haven't really used that, but you know, it's there. It's a search and save. Service types, so we've got all our service types here, and of course tick the ones you want to use, but we've got other, what else have we got here? Ham, fire, EMS, dispatch. A lot of these will be selected when you import. Say if you put your zip code in and you import everything from your county, it's going to do all this for you, but in the USA we have to manually do it. Band default, so when you go to custom search, you've got your band default start and finish. Service types there. Location, you can put in your location and your postcode, zip code. Miscellaneous settings here. Okay, I've not really used this, but anyway, your time zone, priority interval time. Search your close call settings. Okay, close call on this device, you just press the silver button and you can select close call, where it will detect frequencies that are very near you, and you can choose priority mode, where it will come through whatever you're listening to. Do not disturb, pretty sure that's, it won't come through if you're listening to someone already. And then you've got the off selection. Broadcast screen, not sure what that is, but it looks like it shows pager, UHF, VHF, and NOAA. That's interesting. Can we watch TV? Anyway, custom search, which you can change the names here. So a lot of mine, I haven't touched them. So for example, 137 to 143, that's not quite the ham bands. So I could call that, let's have a look now, 2 meter. Yeah, 2 meter band, couldn't I? Just so we know what it is. The 421 to 450, that's like, you know, I don't know, but I think that's like PMR GMRS. So I could name it PMR/GMRS. We can actually change the frequencies as long as it's within our range for our scanner, which goes up to 1200 megahertz, by the way. We can change the name, we can change the frequency range, all just here. So I think that's very good. Close call, and then we've got weather channels, which I don't use. Tone out, I don't use that. Or we've got our waterfall settings here, which is new. Custom waterfall, so you can program, you know, certain buttons. When it turns on the waterfall, you'll be on a certain frequency, etc. I've not used that. Quick keys or shortcuts to your departments, systems, and channels. Not really use that. And then it's back to discovery. So you get the idea. That's your edit sort of profile tab. Now, if you want to sort of bring in some favorites, what you do is go to a program like this, and you can download a group of channels. Now you can do a search. You can go search frequencies, and you can search your town, your postcode, or on airports, etc. Or you can go down on this particular one. You can go down and just choose some popular ones here. So at the bottom here we've got, let's have a look here, UK CB radio. Okay, and that's going to find a load of frequencies. And if we want to download them, we just click scanner export here. It says scanner export. Click that, and then it says save if you want receive only. So I'm going to go yes, and it's created a HPE file, which works great with Sentinel. If you use the ARC Bootel software, it will convert it from a HP to HPD that it uses. I'm pretty sure the ProScan software works fine with the HPE file. So we've got a HPE file called Nationwide 3. So we go across here, and on the top left we've got this little page here with a star. It's tiny, top left, just underneath the blank page. If we click that, we can create a new favorites list. So favorites list is really our system name, really. So let's call it Ham Tech 2, okay? Because we've done a 1. Click OK. And at the bottom here, it's created our favorites list, but there's nothing in it. If you look at Ham Tech number 1, we put a load of marine channels in there. If I click that, and then click marine up here, there they all are. But on Ham Tech 2, there's nothing at all. So we now want to bring in something there that we've saved. So let's bring that in. So what we'll do, we'll go File, Import HPE File. We've told it to when we tell it, we're going to put it into Hamtech 2. We're going to click OK. Then we select the one we've just downloaded, HPE3, double click, and hey presto, Hamtech 2, if we click it once, and there it is, Nationwide 3, double click it, and there's all the frequencies and channels. We can go into the channels as well, and we can make changes and alterations. We can turn on alert tones, we can turn on flashy lights. Let's have a look. We can append it to another favorites list, remove, set avoid, clear. Not seeing the bit, there's the alert light further along. Let's turn the light on. Yeah. Allow me to do that. I've not really done this. No, it's not allowing me to turn it on. Volume offsets. Okay, fair enough. But you get the idea. That's how you basically import a favorites list and create a new system. So you've got system, departments, and channels. So hopefully that'll help you. There's so much more to this scanner. You can update the firmware. Let's actually, yeah, we'll update the firmware. So we'll go to update the master database. You click the bottom one. Now I'm pretty sure I'm up to date on mine. Yeah, I thought it was. So that's great. And then we can update the firmware. It's going to say the same. Click OK. You can do all this. It's just checking the server. I've got the latest firmware. It's got the waterfall. To write to the scanner, you just go write to scanner. Now, if you're stuck and you think your SD card is full of loads and loads of stuff you just don't want to use, click clear user data, but that will return your SD card like it's blank. But that's how you do it. If you corrupt your SD card, that's how you do it. So what else are we looking at? I don't know what that is or that is. Edit display. Let's have a look at that. Edit display. Wow. So you can customize all the colors here just by doing, at the moment, so yeah, I think, see the little tick that's moving? So at the moment, if I click the department name, it's got a little red tick. I can tick something else, yeah, like a light green, and look, it's going to go like that now. So that's how you edit the screen and the channel name, and look how much you can customize. It's just brilliant. And even different customization when you're in trunk mode, when you're in conventional mode, which is pretty much the one we use all the time. Close call, weather, tone out. That's cool, isn't it? Come on. I'm just going to go yes to that. Add channels on range. Not done that. Not sure what that is. Oh, right. Okay. It's to do with your range. Right. Right. No, never used that. Sort favorites list out. You can sort your favorites list. Quick, you can add quick keys. See, I've not really done much with quick keys, but let's just say I want to add a quick key for air show. Can I do that? No, they're sort of telling you it's more information rather than actually editing, I would say. Let's go to edit favorites list. Oh, it's pretty much what we just did, to be honest. Click OK. Click the favorites list. And you can make changes, options. We can avoid it. We can change. Can we change the name? Looks like we can. Quick key. We can add a quick key. And number 5. There you go. So okay, cool. I'm going to save that. No problem. No worries about having a quick key. Edit display. Favorite. Edit profile. View. I'm just looking at everything. Export and import files. Import display. Oh yeah, someone can send you their color settings. Export to Google Earth. Let's just click that. So it creates a file for you by the looks of it. Wow. KML file. So can you bring that into Google Earth? And it tells you all the locations of all the different channels where they've added their location. Not even thought about doing that. Right, and finally, let's send it to the scanner, write to scanner, and it gives you the option here to erase and force a full write full database. I'm not going to select that for now. Just going to click OK, and then I'll do the skip thing. Click OK. Now we go back to the scanner. We'll unplug the cable. Scanner's going to come back on. It's going to load its favourites. Obviously, the more favourites that you have selected, the longer it's going to take to boot up. And you can select favourites quite easily. If we press the hold button, which is basically the blue one that says channel, then go menu, set scan selection, then select list to monitor, and we can actually turn them all on. If we go back one, we can actually turn them all on or off. Yeah, but select list to monitor, and then we can go down and we can choose the ones we actually want to listen to. So let's just go to the one that I called Hamtech 2, which is now there. No, wasn't much on it. And we back out, it will just load them up. I've set a shortcut for my waterfall, and it just starts to scan. We turn it up, it's picking up my DMR. Now the reason it's highlighted in blue is because we've pressed the hold button, which effectively freezes the scanning. It's now scanning. So the kind of antenna that people tend to get is the disc cone antenna. You know, it looks like that. Better to get one that's on your roof or in your loft than a tabletop one. So waterfall wise, if we just go menu, to go up, turn it backwards, the silver knob, till it says waterfall, press the silver button, press again, we're on the waterfall. But like I said, I've set a shortcut for mine. With the buttons 1, 2 and 3, you can set shortcuts. Back to scanning, just press the scan button here. There are settings. If you press the function, there's further settings for the waterfall. But otherwise, if we go to scan, if you want to use close call, and that's when you get strong signals come, be detected the quick way, is just to press the silver button and then press close call. And I press it again if we want. Priority. So priority means if we get a strong signal, it's going to blast through regardless of what our scanner receives. Do not disturb means it will wait for you to, to have a channel that's not busy, or you can turn it off. And remember, it's systems, departments, channels. If you want to hold the system, press it, and the channel, and the department, and the channel. We've now froze everything. If you press the system again, you can scroll through with your knob. See the light flashing? That's because certain channels have been told just by a tick of a box to light up a color. Yeah, when it happens, you can actually set a tone as well, what they call an alert tone. Now, remember, I'm learning with you. I'm brand new to scanners, but this scanner will search, save, and record. Looking at everything on the front there, it's got the weather channel, you've got attenuation, you've got a dimmer. The quickest way to dim is just to push the volume button. You can turn off the screen like that. So your menu there and your back button, menu, back button here, and your enter button is here, and the big silver knob. Headphones there, and yes, you can use a Bluetooth adapter and just listen via Bluetooth, no problem at all with headphones or speakers, and that works great. The adapters are like £8 on Amazon. See if I can find one to show you. Just show there's my literally a very low cost item. Get the one that's got the button on the front, TX and RX, and that way you just literally plug it into with a 3.5mm jack here. Turn it on at the same time as turning on your speaker or headphones, and it will just automatically pair, and you've got Bluetooth. And come on, people pay a lot of money to have Bluetooth in a device, and they don't need to. So that's it really. Well, thanks for watching my channel. Made quite a few videos on this scanner now, and it's just an excellent scanner. But it's not a CB radio, it's not a ham radio. There is, with these scanners, there is massive learning to do. But, once you've got it, then you've got it. So I will say that if you do get stuck and you just want to quickly use your scanner without all this messing around, literally just press the hold button, which is the blue one here, type a frequency 145.600 and press enter. Okay, enter again, enter, enter, and then to scan, and then you can just listen to that frequency. Also, what else can you do? You can go to menu and go to search for, and then enter the custom search, and every button has frequencies preset in it, and you can turn on the buttons and off the buttons. So number 9's on now. I can actually turn that off, but it will scroll through and scroll through all those. It will just scan all day long for you, and when you find something you like, you can press enter like so when it actually finds an activity, and you can save it into the quick save menu, which is there by default. If you want to select things when it boots up, I've already showed you that already. So thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now. 7-3.